Hi guys, this is my Ellwoodii or Chamaecyparis Lawsoniana. I think that's how you say it. I'm not really sure. Or the Lawson Cypress or Cypress Lawson. This was a gift. I didn't really, pick this out myself. It was just a surprise gift. And here she is. I've had her probably like 2 months. Very, very easy. She currently sits in an east-facing window. She is growing much quicker than I expected, and if she's not going to fit in a shelf anymore, I think I might have to put her somewhere else. But currently, she sits in an east-facing window. She has an all-purpose soil mix. I get it from Schultz. You can get, I'll try to get something similar and put in the description section, which is all my social media accounts are in the description section as well. I hope you enjoyed my video, and the rest of the video, you're gonna hit the like, subscribe, and of course the bell so you're notified every single time I do upload a new video. Everything that I do use every time I water her is linked down in the description section as well. So if you're curious, do check that out. So light requirements is she's in an east-facing window, medium, bright, indirect light. I don't suggest a south-facing window, although I don't really have access to that currently. So, what I do know is that they always say for indoors, medium, bright, indirect. And so far, she's doing really great and growing really well at an east-facing window. And if you don't know anything about, like, direction of light, the strongest is south, next is west. East is next, that's the morning light, and then north is the darkest. North is the light that is at the end of the day. West is in the afternoon, and south is all day. South is probably the most dangerous depending on the plant that you have. When there is a plant with white variegation, any species, you cannot put that in a south-facing window, not even a few feet away. Due to the midday sun, it will scorch it. So anyway, going back to this, I cannot really test if this is okay in a south-facing window. I haven't tried it anywhere aside from an east-facing window. And so far, she's doing really well. When I got her, or she was given to me, she was in a, I would say, like a 4-inch pot. And she outgrew that rather quickly. But it could also be like everything that I did give to her. And it was like, because for this particular plant, you can't use an extremely fast draining mix of soil. You can't use cactus soil or palm soil due to the fact that they enjoy a little bit of moisture. They they prefer to not be damp, but not when they do dry, you have to water them right away. You can't just let them overly dry because that can actually make them decline. So she is actually due to be watered tomorrow, which is kind of weird because she just got watered like 2-3 days ago. And I just transplanted her, I would say maybe a week or so ago. And if I haven't mentioned it yet, I've only had her for maybe 2 months. I would say kind of high maintenance in a way, because I'm very shocked that I have to check her every 2 to 3 days to see if I need to water her again. I thought transplanting her into a little bit bigger pot would be okay. But there are just times in which there have been times that I have watered her every, in the 6-inch pot, every 3 days, 4 days, between 3 to 7 days, depending on just how much light, the combination of light, I guess. If there's a ton of light that day, there's going to be a ton of opportunity for photosynthesis and, of course, ingesting the moisture. So, it just depends. So, with this particular plant, especially in her size, I do check her every day or so. I don't miss any of my plants. I just don't. If a plant requires misting, I just don't acquire it. It's just not for me. It's not going to thrive with me. So if you are interested in getting this plant, it's very low maintenance. In the fact that, you don't need to mist, you don't need to do anything else, but rather than just watch them grow. I would say though that I would consider if she is moved into like an 8-inch pot. I'm hoping I don't have to water her very often, at least maybe like every 10 days. That's my preference, but that's not happening yet. So again, I have been watering her between 3 to 7 days. The way I make sure that she's okay to be watered is that the top part, like right here, if this moves like this, she can be watered even today, but I'm not going to water her today. And there is no soil that's sticking to my skin. That means she's ready to be watered. But I'm going to water her tomorrow. I usually water my plants in the morning. That's just what I prefer because I feel like they can actually ingest the water more rather than watering them at night, where they really are going to sit on the water much more versus in the morning. But that's just me. So that's just, you know, that's just my preference. So I water them right around breakfast time for me. So around like 7, 8 a.m. That's when I usually water my plants. I'm usually done by like 9, 9:30 probably. So this one is probably going to be watered tomorrow. And I did check before doing this video. And I did check before checking her out, you know, to prepare her for the video, that I did water her like 2 or 3 days ago. So, she's a thirsty plant, man. Sometimes it just, like I said, sometimes it's every 2 days, sometimes it's every 7 days. Just depends, on how much she's able to ingest in a day or in a few days. And that just depends on the weather too. So, that's usually how it is for plants. You know, there isn't really a set date. It's just, I do have an alert for the average of when they usually need to be watered. You kind of notice that. With this one, it's just one of the weirdest plants I've ever had. It's just very inconsistent when it comes to watering for whatever reason. When she was in a smaller pot, there was a time that I was watering her every day and she was doing great. She was still like the next day dry again. So that's just how it is. And so, if you guys have any information about this plant other than I kind of figure out how to care for her, if you've had this plant for years and years, I would love it if you want to share your information in the comment section below. That would be really, really great. If you want to talk about this plant, I love hearing from you guys all the time. So always feel free to reach out and chit chat. I always respond to you guys all the time. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys again next time. Bye.